Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to everybody. It's going to be a great day. That's what I predict. Everybody can fill in what their definition of great is. Good morning, Carly, Kevin, Fred, Thomas, Mike, JW, JP. Hey, Rick, Andreas, how you doing? Okay, so let's get today kicked off really quick. Let's get all the what I think is unneeded news, but it's here. PMI composite flash today at 9:45 Eastern. Tomorrow we've got home sales, the EIA petroleum status, and Mr. Powell speaks on Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon. They left one important thing out of the Tuesday column, and that is at 4 p.m. today, Hit Run Candlesticks will have a drawing, or we'll announce a winner for the person or persons that came closest to the SPY close today. So 4 o'clock Eastern, right here in this room. You don't have to be here to win. I realize some people can't be here, so we're not going to do that. So anyway, buckle up. We'll see if we can get there. The next thing is, what do we have here? Let's take a look at the transports before we move on. The transports are still in a bearish downtrend. Nothing has changed. A simple way to follow it is, what is price doing in relationship to the T-line, and what is the T-line doing in relationship to the trend indicator, or the red and green dots that you see up here. So what is that? What are those three items doing? And that tells you what the trend is right there. And we're clearly to the downside. Let's take a look at SMH. SMH is the same way. While SMH has a little bit of price action going for it to the bullish side, nothing has changed. Price is still below the T-line. T-line is still below the trend indicator. The trend hasn't changed. Now, if you're a bottom picker, you're probably going bonkers right now. And maybe you're all over this, I don't know, for bottom pickers. But for those that wants to wait for the trend, and for those that wants to give yourself an edge, follow that trend is what you want to do. Let's see, that was SMH. What else? XLI. Take a look at XLI here. Possible morning star. Possible morning star right here. Setting up. Now, for a morning star, what you have to do is follow through over the morning star. My morning star, and not everybody's does, but my morning star starts with this candle. I know a lot of people that use this last candle over here for their morning star, so over that. Sometimes they're not that close. Most of the time they're actually not. So me, I'm looking for positive trading over 99.85 right there. Carlos is asking how you enter the contest. Carlos, right now, the contest is closed. The deadline was Friday. We're going to do another one. It'll be for next week, so we'll be announcing it pretty quick, I think, and get the form out there for you. Okay, next week will be better than this one, just because we've had time to sort of kick it around and think about it, and we're going to up the ante a little bit. So, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Let's see, that was XLI. So we have a morning star. We even have a double bottom here. But you know what we also have? We have price below the T-line, T-line below the trend indicator. So if you want an edge in trading, you want that to change. You want price to be above the T-line and the T-line to be above the trend indicator. What that will eliminate, and for some that'll be good, and for others not so good, it will eliminate bottom picking. Let's take a look at T2122. We're deep in the oversold area. So the possibility of a little bounce, I think, is great. I think it's pretty massive, and doesn't mean it has to happen today, and it doesn't mean it has to be long-lived either. Let's see here. Let's do this. There we go. We could have a little bounce up and then come back, just like this was. See how we bounced up and came back, bounced up and came back. We could do that for quite some time. So just because you're oversold doesn't necessarily mean that it's time to buy. T2123, one of my favorite indicators here. That's on the bottom. See if I can raise that up for you a little bit. There you go. Raise that up. And you can see that price is underneath the trend indicator. That to me is the market's still bearish, still weak. That's on the 15-minute. Also on the 60-minute, the same thing. Below the trend indicator is a weak market or bearish market. When it's a bullish market, this is what it will look like. I'll just put it up here. This happens to be the daily chart, but you can see how you go from red to green right there. 60-minute is about as long-term as I use on this. There's a 60-minute, and you have to go way back over here to get that 60-minute. That looks pretty good. Right now, it's still looking a little bit to the bearish side, so not much there. Okay, did I miss anything? All right, we've got that. We have a lot of earnings coming up, so keep your stay awake on that. Careful that you don't buy something you think might pinch you in earnings. RTX, I'm guessing they had earnings this morning. This is one that I'll be watching going forward, not necessarily today. In fact, I'll guarantee you not today. But a nice big move up. So what I'm going to look for is a little pullback. We are approaching the rounded bottom breakout area here. So what I would like to do is buy that in a rounded bottom breakout and trade the rounded bottom breakout strategy. So we're going to wait a few days on that one, but this might be one to think about. Here's VZ. VZ put in a nice little bottom here, broke out, breaking out today, this morning. There's the 50-period moving average. Once we close over the 50-period moving average, it becomes a rounded bottom breakout. Now, those that know anything about the rounded bottom breakout, you know that we prefer to have that 17 EMA over that as well. So this needs some correction to allow the moving average to cross over as well. Let me check one over here just a second. PDD, let's take a look at that. PDD. PDD is a very nice trending chart, bullish engulf, showing follow through. That's perfect. Bullish engulf. So where does this become a buy? From a candlestick standpoint, from purely candlestick standpoint, it's when we have follow through over the candle in question. The candle in question here is the bullish engulf. So here we have a doji bullish engulf, boom, over 104.65. That's where this becomes buyable right here. Nice chart, thanks. I'm gonna flag that right in there. Let's see, what else do we have here? NVIDIA, I'm not too keen on NVIDIA right now because NVIDIA price is under the T-line. T-line's under the trend indicator. So I'm not interested in that. Now, of course, bottom pickers that want something more on the bottom, this is looking pretty good. I'm going to wait till we get a trend in there, not hoping for a trend. To me, that's stacking the deck in my favor. Sorry about my voice. I'm still fighting a chest cold. The more I talk without a break, the rougher it gets, and that's what's happening right now. So, but anyway, NVIDIA gets, let's do this. Let's eliminate all of that. And let's take this top, go down to that bottom. And this area right here where these three lines are kind of bunched together, that's going to be my midpoint. So I'm just going to put something up there like that. Let's get rid of this. There you go. So I will look at bullish trading above that. Maybe in that box or above is what I'll look at. So what's going to happen is price is going to have to tootle on up. 1 day, 10 days, 20 days, doesn't matter. It's going to have to tootle on up here, and then it will rest, and it will set up. And that's what I'm going to look to buy on NVIDIA. I won't be buying it down here. Meta might be getting close to setting up here. We could do the same thing with Meta. Let's do this. Right there. Well, see, we're actually over the 50% mark. See that run right there? And here we pulled back below the 50%. Well, now we're back over the 50%. So Meta just might be in buy territory right now. Doesn't mean it needs to be bought, just in territory. FedEx still looks like a short. To me, this still looks like it has more side to move down. And I wouldn't be surprised, unless the market got crazy bullish, I wouldn't be surprised if we get down here toward that 500 period moving average. Sorry, I had a little drink of coffee there. Coke. Somebody said Coke has earnings today. I'm assuming earnings is over. Coke is a pinball setup right now, which it's probably going to confirm today. It'll probably confirm a pinball today. Then let's watch what this does. We start to move up into here. Here's the 50 period moving average. Then it becomes a rounded bottom breakout. Let's see, Mike is saying XLC looks the best. That does look nice. If you're after a communication and you don't know which one to do, go after the ETF. Sometimes that's a real easy way to do that there. And it is. It's looking pretty good. We'll flag that. Let's see, Mike, what was that tool that you just used to draw the parallel lines? Mike, if you hold that thought, just right after the market opens, I'll go over that. Right now, I need to cut this off, get this video rendered, and get it loaded up, okay? So soon as we get back, we'll cover that, all right? Everyone, thank you very, very much. Remember the contest, we'll have the drawing. We'll talk about it. I'll share some, not any names, but I'll share some numbers out there. For instance, we have a low as 367.53, and we have a high as 446, and a lot in between. So we'll play with those numbers today, and we'll see what goes on. The market close is the number we're going to call, and we'll see everybody back. I better get going here. I'll see everybody in the bottom of the hour and get this market open up. Thanks a bunch, everyone.